In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 embarrassing blind moments. Come with me, let's go have a couple laughs together. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you back again. I really appreciate you being here. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing and talking through 4 embarrassing blind moments. So hopefully you're able to find some humor in this and laugh on my behalf. So number 1 is it was actually at the airport. It was probably about a year ago. And when we go through security, I always like to tell everybody, or tell the agents or whatever, that I'm blind and that I need assistance going through, whether it's the metal detector or it's the body scanner. I always like to tell them and just let them know and just be aware of my situation so that I can get some assistance through that area because it's a little bit stressful. So we were waiting in this long line. Corey and I were there, and it was about a year ago. We were waiting in this long line. There's people everywhere, and finally it's our turn. So we get up to the little security thing. We throw all of our stuff in the little basket, the little tote, and you start wheeling it through. There's people in front of us, people behind, and there's a guy right on the other side of this belt who was standing there kind of telling everybody, okay, push your bins forward. And we were doing that, and I thought, oh, this would be a perfect time to tell him about my situation. So he was standing across the belt area, and I said, oh, hey, sir, I just want to tell you something. I'm actually blind. I need a little bit of assistance getting through the body scanner. Do you think you could have somebody assist me when I get up there and it's my turn to assist me through? And then Corey here will help me once I get to the other side. And then Corey said, hey, Matt. And I said, no, wait, Corey, just hang on just a second. I'm talking. And I continued on talking to him saying, I just need a little bit of assistance. It's just really easy. Just let me hold on to your arm or your hand and just guide me through the machine. And then Corey stepped in again. She said, hey, Matt. No, really, Matt. And I, what, Corey? What do you want? And she said, who are you talking to? And I said, well, the guy over here. And I kind of whispered, the guy right over here, the agent. And she's like, there's no one there. The guy is not there. And I said, he's not there? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, where is he? And she's like, he walked away 2 minutes ago. So that was really embarrassing because there were people everywhere. And here I am staring forward, staring in front of me to where I swear I thought I saw this guy, like a blob, what I thought was an agent, but apparently it was nothing. So that was embarrassing for sure. A second blind moment that I have is, I keep looking down at my list as if I can actually read it. It's just a habit, I guess. Actually, my second embarrassing blind moment was a couple years ago. I was at my parents' house, and it was maybe spring or summer. It was nice out, and we had windows and doors open, and I typically identify vehicles by their sound. So I heard the UPS truck outside, and we were expecting a package. So I heard the UPS truck pull up, and I thought, oh, great, the package is here. So I kind of hung around. I was actually busy doing something at the time, not sure what, but I heard the truck pull up and I thought, oh, great. And then I just continued doing what I was doing. And a couple minutes later, I thought, I'm going to go grab that package. So not really paying attention, I just assumed the truck drove away. And what I typically do is I go to the front door, I open the door, and I kind of kick my foot out the door because usually the package is just right outside the door. So I stuck my foot out and was kind of feeling around where it typically would be, and I didn't feel it. So then I took a step out the door and was feeling all around and kind of talking to myself a little bit, saying things like, where did he put it? Well, where is it? I'm not finding it. And then I totally stepped out on the front step and I was feeling around with my feet and I was thinking, where did he put it? Where the heck did he put it? And I'm saying all this stuff out loud, talking to myself, feeling all around on the front step. Well, then meanwhile, when something is close to you and you can sense something is close? All of a sudden, I had that sense that something was close to me. And I looked up and I saw this dark blob standing next to me. And simultaneously, I heard a voice said, are you looking for this? And the UPS guy was standing there on the step the whole time holding the package. Meanwhile, I'm walking around all over the step, kicking my feet all around, feeling for this thing. And I reached out and grabbed it from him. And I just said thanks. And I kind of walked back in the house because I was just really embarrassed. It was a funny situation. He was probably wondering what the heck's going on with this guy. But so that was a pretty funny but very embarrassing situation. Embarrassing moment number 3. So my first year in college, it was maybe like the first week of college. I was walking around campus and it was during passing times between classes. And I was walking out of a building. And you know how buildings have double doors? So I walked through the first set of doors and I held my hand out about chest height or whatever it was, maybe like, rib cage height to push on the door to open it up. And so I walked through the first set of doors and I looked forward and I didn't see anybody. So I kind of just held my hand out because the next set of doors was just a few steps in front of me. So I thought I'll just keep my hand out and just continue to walk through. Well, as I was approaching the second door, it opened up, which I actually didn't see. And at the same time, a girl came walking through the door and my hand was conveniently like rib or chest height. And I put my hand right on her chest. And again, that was really, really embarrassing. I didn't know what to do. I basically just like kind of stepped away and walked away. And I thought, oh man, I'm about to get punched. My first week in school here, I'm about to get laid out by some chick here on campus. So I actually just kind of said sorry under my breath and then just walked away. I didn't know what to do. I thought I don't need to sit here and like lecture her how I can't see and it was an accident. And but anyway, so that was kind of a funny situation. So finally, embarrassing moment number 4. This one's actually a little bit creepy even. I would say this is more like a creepy blind moment versus versus an embarrassing one. So this was quite a few years ago. I don't even know, quite a few years ago, before Corey. But anyway, I was at a park and I was there with a friend and it was at dusk. So for me, dusk time is really hard for me because it's a transition of light from daylight to darkness. And it's just a really difficult time for me. So anyway, we were at the park and we were sitting on the swings and we were just talking. And it's a park that I've been to many times when my vision was better. So I know what the park looks like. I know the layout. And I know from the swings, if I walk forward and kind of to the right, that there's like a jungle gym area where, kids can climb and there's slides and things like that. So I was sitting on the swing and I decided I'm gonna go over there and climb up that jungle gym thing. So I walked over there and I approached the area where a person would typically climb up, like the platform thing. So I walked over to the platform and I reached my hand out to feel around for the platform so I could climb up on top of it. And as I reached out, I felt something. And as soon as I felt it, I thought, okay, this is rubber. And as soon as I felt the shape of it, I thought, okay, it's a shoe. And it wasn't a shoe like flat on the ground, like the sole of a shoe flat on the ground, but rather it was the sole of the shoe facing me. So, the sole of the shoe was pointed right at me. And I was grabbing the bottom of the sole with my foot, or with my hand, I was grabbing the bottom of the sole of the shoe with my foot. I keep saying my foot, with my hand. Sorry about that, with my hand. So then as I'm holding the shoe, I was like, it's a shoe. And then I don't know why I did this, but I started twisting it side to side. And at the same time, I realized, okay, there's a foot in this shoe and there's a leg attached to that. At the same time, a voice said, "Can I help you?" It totally scared the hell out of me. I stepped back. I was so freaked out. I didn't know this guy was sitting there. There was a guy sitting there on this jungle gym the whole time we were sitting over at the swings. I didn't know he was there. Apparently my friend didn't know this guy was there. I was so creeped out. I jumped back. I stepped back a few feet. I immediately walked back. Like, I didn't even answer the guy. I was just like in freaked out, creeped out mode. I stepped back and I jumped, like I walked over to the trail where get off the little jungle gym area. I walked over to the trail and I actually ran up the trail probably like 100 feet because I was just completely freaked out. And then as I was running away, he like yelled something. I don't know what he yelled, but it was even more weird. And I was like, I just need to get out of here. And so that was like a super creepy moment. I can still, as I tell this story, I can relive that moment. And it was probably one of the worst blind moments. Not necessarily embarrassing so much, but just totally creepy. But I'll never forget that feeling of grabbing that shoe and giving that side-to-side twist and feeling that there was a foot and a leg attached. I was just thinking, holy shit, this is weird. So anyway, I hope you were able to laugh on a couple of these stories. I actually thought of a bunch more, so Maybe I'll upload another video like this sometime soon with some more funny or awkward or embarrassing blind moments at some point. So if you have any comments or questions or want to share some of your stories, I would encourage you to actually make a video and upload it on YouTube. If you have a channel, that'd be awesome. Upload your video there. Otherwise, if you don't have a channel, I would highly recommend or even encourage, if you're blind or visually impaired, or even if you're sighted, start a channel. I've actually had this discussion with many people on this channel, and I've actually had a couple videos about this, but basically the message is everybody has a message. Everybody has something interesting and informative and valuable to say. So it doesn't matter what it is. Seriously, it doesn't matter at all what your message is or what you have to share. I guarantee you there is a pile of people out in the world that will take your message and it'll be valuable to them. So it doesn't matter what it is, but I would highly recommend and encourage any of you to start a channel and to start uploading videos. But one thing I would say is be patient and just know that it takes time to start gaining views and subscribers and just a following here on YouTube. But if you're patient and you continue uploading, I think you'll be really excited with the results that you get. So that's just my little public service announcement at the end of this video that is completely unrelated to blind and visually impaired embarrassing moments. But yeah, anyway, I'd love to hear your stories. So like I said, create a video and upload it. It doesn't need to be perfect, but just do it. I think you would find that a lot of people would really enjoy it. So anyway, leave any comments or questions down below. And if you are new to the channel, obviously subscribe, because that's the only thing you should be doing, hitting the subscribe button every single time. So anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you again on Friday. Thank you.